Hey there, Virgo. It's Bridget with Native Touch Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. We're going to jump into the fun stuff. So, we're going to start with an angel number oracle card, go into tarot, wrapping everything up with a soul truth oracle card today. If this is the type of content you enjoy, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, but means the world to me. So, thank you in advance. Your angel number this week, Virgo. 1331. Good fortune. Trust in your skills and talents. They are the keys to a bright future. A piece of valuable advice, a moment of clarity, or a comforting message is headed your way. Everything is aligning in your favor, and success is within reach. Tarot. Spirit guides, come hang out with Virgo and myself for this tarot reading, please. Please guide my hands and my heart so that we can have some fun. Starting off with 10 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. Then we have the Moon with the 4 of Swords, 5 of Cups, Page of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles with Justice. Okay, let's translate. So, 10 of Wands. You, Virgo, are feeling overworked. You feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Not a good feeling at all. But the 10 means that something is coming to completion. We are ending a cycle. So the 10 of Wands is here to say, congratulations. I know you are tired. I know you feel like you have done way more than you were ever supposed to. I know you feel probably numerous times that you wanted to give up, but you didn't. And congratulations, you finished your cycle. I know you're tired. You're going to get a rest. But look at, we have the 3 of Cups celebrating you and your achievements. So the 10 of Wands, yes, you are feeling very heavy. You are feeling like, again, you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. 3 of Cups is dancing for you. 3 of Cups is all about friendship, celebration, and community. This is all about supporting each other and sharing with each other. So, Spirit guides, why do we have the 10 of Wands and the 3 of Cups here for Virgo? We have the 10 of Swords. Okay, so not only are you feeling overworked, probably underpaid, you feel like a bunch of people have stabbed you in the back. You've completed your cycle though. It's another 10. Okay, so the 10 of Swords is all about endings, feeling defeated, feeling betrayed, borderline victim mentality. Okay, so are you really that overburdened and overworked? Or is this more along the lines of, this is the way I feel and I'm going to pout until everyone else sees it too? That is the 10 of Swords kind of energy. So, not the best start. I don't know what exactly the 3 of Cups would be celebrating, other than these are both 10s. They may be painful 10s, but you're over it and you're going to have to start something new. So, let's move on to position 2, which is possible challenges, if any. We're starting off with the Moon. And this could absolutely be a challenge because the Moon is telling me things are not as they appear. The Moon card is a card of illusion. So this is, yeah, things are not the way you think they are. Because then we have the 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords is telling you take a break. It might be time to take a nap. You might want to rest a little bit. Maybe pray, maybe meditate. But it's time for a break, Virgo. So let's see why we have the Moon and the 4 of Swords here for Virgo. What is going on with this energy? have the Ten of Wands again. You're almost there. But what are we so close to? Are we close to figuring out what the moon is actually illuminating for us? Are we close to figuring out something? But this is in the challenge position. So if things are not as they appear and you need rest, and the Ten of Wands is here to say you feel overburdened as well, I have a feeling you're not looking at your burdens the way you should. That's what this feels like. You're not, the moon card is here to tell us that you're not looking at the quote unquote burden the way you should. You're looking at it as if, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. All I want to do is lay down and give up. But that's not what the Ten of Wands is about. So you are only focused on your discomfort, your pain, and how tired you are. But the moon is here to tell you you're making it seem worse than it has to be. Okay, let's move on to position 3. This is advice from Spirit. Yeah, okay, well, we're gonna go back to that Ten of Wands because you absolutely are making this out worse than it has to be. That's why things are not as they appear. And that's why you're being told to rest. You're making a bigger deal out of something. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of this news, but there's something going on inside of you, Virgo, that is making you behave in a way that makes you, I don't want to say a victim, but yeah, we all know how hard you work, but you're making it out to be like no one else has ever worked as hard as you. Because then we're going into the Five of Cups energy. Five of Cups is focusing on the negative. So if we're going from I'm so blah, no one understands my struggle, into the Five of Cups energy, you're right. No one understands your struggle because you're the only one focusing on the negative. We're all trying to focus on the positive over here, but you're the only one focusing on the negative. Because then comes the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is all about curiosity, inspiration, and reminding you to use your mind, think things through. If the Five of Cups is making you solely focus on your loss in life, on how things are not going the way they should, or how heavy the Ten of Wands load actually is, the Page of Swords is here to say, you know what, take that emotion out of it and use your head. Let's think this through. Is it really that bad? Page of Swords is also a messenger. They're bringing in news or possibly a new challenge. And we have the World, and it could be a new challenge because you just wrapped up a chapter in your life. The World is completion. The World is success. You have completed a cycle. You've reached the goal that was supposed to be reached. So now you have to start something new. But I'm going to challenge you, Virgo, to start looking at the positives in life. Because we're going to move on to position 4, which is Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is way more positive than all these other cards combined. Queen of Pentacles is a very down-to-earth kind of energy. She is very motherly. She is abundant and prosperous and nurturing. Very trustworthy kind of energy. Because then we're getting into justice. And the Justice card could literally mean something is going through the court system or karma's coming back to pay a visit. So why do we have the Queen of Pentacles and Justice here for Virgo today? The Eight of Swords, we're back to victim mentality. You are overthinking something big. The Eight of Swords is all about feeling restricted. You feel trapped right now. You are confused and you don't feel like you have any power play in this situation at all. The Queen of Pentacles, though, Yeah, no, she's here to say you do. She's incredibly resourceful. She is warm and generous to all. So she's here to tell you that you are not lost and alone with your Eight of Swords energy, but you are thinking you are. You absolutely are thinking you are. And I think the Justice card here is karma. I think karma is going to come back around and just shake you up a little bit to remind you of how powerful you actually are. It seems as though this reading is telling me you've forgotten how amazing you are, Virgo. And someone might have to kick you in the butt a little bit to remind you. So that was your gentle kick. Someone might have to kick you harder. Let's grab our soul truth card for Virgo. What does Virgo need to pay attention to this week besides getting out of their own way? Okay, your card is how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? I could not have picked out a better card for you, Virgo, because that's exactly what this feels like. This is all about you. You're not treating you well, and you really have to get to the bottom of it. Was the Three of Cups here to represent you treat others better than yourself? I think it was. You treat everyone better than yourself, Virgo. So if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. And then the soul action is just to pick an item to focus on for a week to do for yourself. And some of those options are to set stronger boundaries, to meditate and listen to your heart, aka the Four of Swords. Speak to yourself with compassion. Focus on your strengths. Say no to something that isn't a soul yes. Say yes to something you're afraid of. Let go of what you cannot control. Stay far away from drama and negativity. I'm going to say that one louder for the people in the back. Stay far away from drama and negativity. Ask for help and allow it. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. So, more self-love is needed, Virgo. You're pretty hard on yourself, and it's time to stop. It's time to forgive. It's time for compassion. Time to move on. Time to start a new chapter. So there you have it. If any of this resonated, I would love a like, share, or follow. It really does help out small channels like mine. So thank you again for being here. And if you can always catch the weekly tarot scopes, they are just quick little readings to get you through the last few days of the week. And then I'll be back next week with new weekly readings. Have a good one, Virgo.